Oh, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, or just good day overall, wherever you are. However you are, I hope you guys are doing very, very well. Welcome back to the stream. It's been a while. Um, I was out celebrating my birthday. That's what I've been doing recently. That's why I haven't been streaming. So happy birthday to me. It was on the 1st of this month, so on Sunday. I had a lovely day on that day. I had a lovely day yesterday as well, and it's been an amazing day so far. Welcome Vienna Crime, welcome Transport Legend, welcome CP, welcome Castle Park Community. Hello, how are you guys doing today? I have got my birthday month tip jar. You know what? Let me make that black so that you can see the text. How about that? So the text is actually visible. So if anybody wants to donate to the cause, you are more than welcome to. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. It is good to be back. Let me actually make it. Can I make it bold? I can't make it bold. I want to make it bold. Oh, I can't make it bold. That's boring. I can do everything but make it bold. I can make it Arabic. Or should we just like leave it like basic? What was the oh, this one's cool. Oh, this is basic, but you know what? I'll take it. But now it overlaps with chat, so I've got to move chat elsewhere. Where do I move chat? Where do I move chat? I move chat here underneath the camera. Boom, boom, and I make it a little bit smaller so it all fits. Look at that, professional, professional. Hello, Domi. How are you doing? Vienna Cram, do you know who I am? I don't know. Care to enlighten me? Yeah, you're feeling the new menu music, Transport Legend, yes sir. You know what it came with? If I'm not mistaken, it came with the new like look, I guess. The sort of chill wave look. And yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. Let me make the jar a little bigger. There you go. Don't hesitate. Happy birthday, what age are you? 98. You're so close. Just take away a good just take 70 years off and you'll be all right. No, I ain't a Karen. I didn't think you were doing a Karen. Lasagna, what happened to your other account? Hello, Lasagna. Well, I'm gonna call you Vienna now instead of Lasagna. How are you doing? Hello, Nabil. How you doing, my man? Do we have the Nabil with the ears locked in, or is it the Nabil with no ears, watching with no sound? There you go. There's your answer. I'm trying to watch the stream on YouTube on I now have like a fourth or fifth device, I guess, at this point. But the YouTube video keeps freezing for whatever reason. Not freezing. It's an old phone. It's not great. Okay. Did I hear? I don't know if 70 you're not. You know what, Transport Legend? I'm gonna leave it at that, my friend. I'm gonna leave it at that. I just changed my name to my War Thunder tag. Oh, okay. Play a bit of War Thunder as well, huh? I have to do lip reading. Well, good luck, Nabil. I don't think that's going to go well. If you can hear me, say hello. Nabil, if you can hear me, say hello. Let's see how good Nabil's lip reading skills are. Nabil, if you can hear me, write hello in the chat 100 times. Go. Anyway, today, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be down on the London Waterloo to Portsmouth route, the Portsmouth direct line, using Southwest Trains as our train operating company. We've got Armstrong Powerhouse stock, which does add a little bit of complexity in terms of smoothness. So yes, we'll get plenty of 60 FPS goodness, but we also won't get 60 FPS goodness at the same time as well, especially around Waterloo and the general like central London area where we're going to be starting from, I think, for for this one. I don't know how it's going to be. I actually haven't tested out any of the other scenarios. I've just been given this one a go. And yeah, it's difficult at London, but then it kind of smoothens itself out. But the route itself, like by default, was quite badly optimized from the get-go anyway. So you can imagine that adding some Armstrong Powerhouse stuff, which is obviously a bit more detailed, is going to just add more stress. But it should be fun. We're starting off with the AP class 444 from Basingstoke to Waterloo, a little 40-minute route. Nothing too major. I actually don't know how many we're gonna go through today. There's not really a specified end time for the stream today, so we're sort of just going. And I don't know, when I get tired, when you guys get tired, then then we'll call it. Obviously, there's no more GTA now. So yeah, we'll be doing one stream a day, and then I'll be using my evenings for YouTube content, recording, narrating, commentating, editing, the lot. I've got some ships at sea content that I want to do. I'm currently editing a ships at sea video. Well, I was editing it, then I stopped. I need to get back into it, and I'm interested to see how it will do on YouTube. I don't think it will do great. There's a small part of me that hopes it will do really, really well, but I think being realistic, it's not like a huge game right now anyway, so I don't think I'm losing anything in waiting a little bit. So, drive, train, Transpan, and Express. I'm not taking any requests, Castle Park community. I'm not taking any requests. When I was doing request a route, I was begging to get requests, and now that I'm not doing them anymore, they're flooding in. Typical way. The ScotRail HSTs are planned to be retired. They said it on Twitter. Go read it. Probably because stupid IETs. They probably will. Realistically, that's just the way things are going. You know, time moves on, and companies you got to remember, right? Companies aren't like train nerds, they're business people, so they're gonna follow the sort of graph on what customers want in terms of comfort, in terms of efficiency, anything that's gonna bring in finances basically is what they're gonna aim for. So if HSTs, for example, are just a little old, getting a bit more difficult to maintain, if they're more work than they're worth, basically it's to be expected, unfortunately, which sucks for us people who love trains, but that's what these games are for, you know, to keep certain areas alive, to keep certain trains alive that we may no longer see anymore, man. So, yeah, let's get started with this one. After disruption during the morning peak, 444021 has unusually ended up on a Basingstoke-Waterloo service, and you must drive this between Woking and Waterloo. So we're starting from Basingstoke, going to Waterloo. So, let's get it cracking. Can you talk clearly? I think I'm talking clearly enough. Imagine someone that can't even hear me, right? Imagine someone that's just watching without sound asking me to speak clearly. Someone who's watching without sound, by the way, is asking me to speak clearly. The audacity. The actual audacity. Right, let's get the train set up then. We are picking people from here, so let's put that to on. Put this to forwards. There we go. I'm not sure how to turn on DVD. That's maybe one thing I should have probably researched on. I know sometimes there's shift and then a bunch of numbers. What's a GSMR? A GSMR, right, is so it will be 2 Lima 30 and then 021, is it? To be 2 Lima 30 and then 021. Is it 021 or 041? 021. I think. Let's get the doors open. DRA off. We'll set the headlights to day. Cab light can stay off, of course. We don't need that right now. Yeah, if I can quickly find the manual for this route, that would be great. That would actually be great. Class 444 or just the route? The route would be great. Portsmouth direct line. Yep. Cab controls, I guess. Page 7. Control D, I think it is. There we go. DVD's active. We'll give the return signal. Probably turn our... We should just get going. We should just get going. We should just start moving. Or will they want me to do it from the cab itself? No. Is there more to this that I haven't figured out? Because going from Waterloo is just a matter of turning the DRA off and getting it moving. Sorry, I've neglected to chat a little bit. And remembers the emergency game series. I do never play them, but I used to watch a ton of like YouTube videos on them. I just don't feel right if Biomode IATs in Scotland is what every day looks good in Lumo though. I'm thinking they will operate on top of the HSD routed, maybe Glasgow Carlisle via Lockerbie. I think it would be yeah, it would. So I can't figure out why we aren't moving unless no, brakes aren't on a separate. Oh, is it because I haven't like, acknowledged this configuration? That might be why. Yes, I didn't acknowledge the configuration. That was it. I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Sorry. But yeah, it's literally that. You know, in however many years time, a train's gonna come to replace the IET, and IETs are gonna be to a generation to come. IETs are probably gonna be like some golden standard of trains. You know, it's just the way the cookie crumbles, man. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. That's what I was looking for. We can. There we go. Yes. Are you going to crash? Of course not. Of course I'm not going to crash. Of course I'm not going to crash, mate. Let's put it like this. I'm not expecting to crash. Can we... Does that work? I'm not expecting to crash, right? So if we do, it's like, oh, that's unfortunate. Didn't see that one coming. But I'm not going to make any promises. How about that? You can zoom in and out with... Yes, Nabil, thank you. There you go. Boom. Oh my god. Oh, we've got different views. I forgot about this. Yeah. Hey, look at this. So isn't this isn't oh my god, that was my lisp. Isn't this a feature coming in TSW5 where you click the screen, and then you get this you get like a front on display view. Shazam Classic had it. Oh my god, Nabil might be right. Maybe Castle Park. Are you Connor? Are you Connor in disguise? I don't agree with AP stuff paying for the train stuff. Not what the prices. The prices are on their website. I have my way of doing things that may necessarily entail not necessarily paying. Go figure. But I think I don't have an issue with them charging, and I don't have an issue with them charging whatever the hell they want to charge. And I'll tell you why. Simply because realistically, at the end of the day, I think this is a dovetail route. But let's say whatever third-party studio that came out with whatever route, right? Because there's like AP stock for almost every route, right? if as a studio you're creating a route, AP are showing basically with their sounds, right, that it's possible to go out there and get these recordings, yeah. If as a third party studio you're coming out with a route and you haven't done the work to get these recordings in, that's on you, right? And as a player, if there's something that sounds or something meaningful to you, by all means you should make a ton of noise in terms of complaints and stuff, right? If AP are now going to go and do the work to get genuine recordings and proper sound to make a better experience, they've put in the work. So yes, the whole model of paying for a route, paying for a loco, paying for this, then paying for AP stuff and I get it, it's annoying. But if we're specifically talking AP and them charging whatever for however much for whatever they're giving out, I personally don't have an issue with that. That's, you know, they put in the work that whoever made the route didn't put in the first place. So, you know, but it's like the mods for Train Sim World 4. We have them for free, and I think we're very lucky to get all those mods for free. But if now authors started to charge for those mods, I'd have no issue with that. I don't understand. Am I going to go and pay for all of them? Maybe not. Most likely not. But I would understand it. I wouldn't necessarily have an issue with it. At the end of the day, that's somebody's work. So, yeah. Hello, Samuel Smith. How you doing? I think this zoom level is okay. I don't feel like we're very close to to the front of the train. It's not like when we sat in the class 465 a couple of weeks ago and like our noses were right up against the windscreen. Hello MT, how you doing? Welcome back. Nice to see you. To be honest, I'd rather have an AP product than just DTG. But that's it, Samuel. But why? Simply because AP will give you a better product than whatever it is DTG will give you, whether it's in terms of sound, whether it's in terms of the loco itself, the functionality. They just go down to the nitty gritty details, and they're allowed to charge for that. They are well within their rights to charge for that. Again, it's a subjective matter. I'm not expecting everyone to sort of agree. Hey, thank you very much. Oh my god, that is a hell of a name. Let me come to a stop and I can thank you properly. Thank you very much for the raids. Let's bring this to a stop at Weybridge. Just shy of our stopping marker, but it's all good. Thank you very much. You know what? Let me call you Train Spotting DK. Let me call you Train Spotting DK if you don't mind. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. YouTube is dominating today. Yeah, we had 8 people on YouTube for a hot minute. Welcome to Twitch MT. I really want a PC. What one have you got? You're asking as if it's a console, Samuel. Let me start breaking it down. Thank you, Carter, for the raid. Thank you very much. Welcome, Raiders. Oh, I need to figure out the keybind. For the bell. Yes, Cardo, we're back on it. Back on TSC. Samuel, if you type in the chat, ! Oh, it's either ! setup or ! system. And I always get it wrong. So I'm not going to say it's one and then it's the other. I'm going to say it's one or the other. Either ! system or ! setup. And then it will give you my CPU, RAM, PSU, GPU. And I don't know about the motherboard. I don't think so. I don't really deem the motherboard as like an... I don't know. It's not really as important as the other lot. Alright, I guess it's a ! setup then. There you go. Hey, there you go. From Denmark, nice. I've been playing Transport Fever 2 on Twitch. Nice. How are you finding it, Transporting DK? Hope you were doing fine. I haven't seen you live. Yes, Card, I was celebrating my birthday. It was my birthday on Sunday. Sundays I don't stream anyway, to be honest. On Saturday I had an event that I was helping to manage. Sunday I don't stream anyway, and then Monday yesterday, my wife took me out for a lovely birthday lunch. Can you put the cab light on? There you go. It makes it a little bit too bright though, don't you think? I think I'm gonna have it off. I think it's a little too bright with the light on. Thank you, Cardar. Thank you, my man. I myself am a YouTuber in my spare time. That's why I make transporting and travel videos with them. Because nice one. Listen, transporting content is solid. You know, I don't know where you're at with the channel transporting DK, but keep going, keep it up, keep it up, man. Keep going. Keep sharing what you love. There's no better content that you can put out there than content that's made with actual passion and love. So keep doing you, man. Keep going. It's a little bit dark. Is it a little dark for you? I mean, I can keep it on for a little while. It's just, I don't know. It's like a yellowy hue that, I don't know. I can't say I'm a huge fan of it. It probably would look nice if it was actually dark, if we were playing at night. Also, okay, no. I thought for a second it limited the visibility on the windscreen, but nah, it was just me. Is there a desk / timetable light? I believe there is. We'll come to a stop at Walton-on-Thames. And I think this switch is basically where the switch for the instrument lights. I think all the lights in the cab are linked to one switch. Cardar, you know this whole like 60 FPS thing, my man? When we get to Waterloo, we're currently on our way to Waterloo. And once we get to Waterloo, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. That should do. Right, timetable lights. There you go. I'm not quite sure to... There we go. So now... Yeah, there you go. You can see it better now with the main light off. Any FPS in that? Yes, Cardar. Turning on the cab light impacts the FPS by about 15 to 20. I didn't even notice. But you know what, Transport Legend? I'll leave the timetable light on for you, mate. But I'm going to have to keep the cab light off. I didn't notice how much of an impact it had on FPS. Jesus Christ. Wow. That was one issue I think that even the default stock had. I'm at 599 subs. Just realized, and I didn't notice until yesterday, but it was my channel's third birthday. Nice! August 24th, 22 on my first vid uploaded on 26th of August. One of my most recent was on the 1st. Nice one! Well, happy birthday to your channel. Keep streaming and have a nice day. Thank you, Transporting DK. You too, my man. You too. The door sounds... Oh, listen, the sounds are fantastic. Fantastic, honestly. And I'm pretty sure the external sounds are as good too. I hate those 3D inside cab lights. Is that what causes like the FPS here? I would guess so. Yeah. I'm not sure if any of the upcoming runs are like done during the day. If they are, then yeah, boy oh boy. Thank you very much. I need like an events thing. I used to have it on Streamlabs. I don't use Streamlabs anymore. Let me if I go here, let's go on the Streamlabs website. It should give me events. There you go, recent events. I hope it's updated. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, Trainspotting DK, for the YouTube sub. Appreciate you. Now we know not to drive at night as we need a cab light. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy to give it a go, but yeah, it's not going to be great. And I don't know whether it was just Waterloo being like heavy on the system. Although saying that, whenever I'd do this thing and see my use MSI Afterburner to see like what's being utilized, GPU, CPU, like I'd be at like 20 FPS and they'd all be like what they are now basically. TSC has a very strange way of utilizing utilizing your PC, even with the upgrades that Dovetail have given it. So yeah, I guess sort of the way that we'll do these streams now in the future is we'll just sort of focus on like one route, do one route at a time maybe. Maybe we set up a poll on the Discord channel, or you guys can let me know in chat what you want to see the next time we do this. I think tomorrow we'll stream some ships at sea. We'll stream some ships at sea tomorrow. Alright, let's keep an eye on the signals. We don't have a hard lack on Train Sim World, so we've got to do this all manually. We should have a single yellow coming up before our before we go into red territory. Try and bring it down a little bit more. Yep, single yellow, so we should have a red aspect on the next one, which we're approaching a little bit fast. Realistically, we probably should have gone past that at 30 miles an hour. I think that's the standard. Cardo, does DX12 work better than DX11? Or not DX11? I forgot what the other option is. I know there's 64-bit. But I've read that there are some issues with DX12, so that's why I avoid it. It's horrible, okay. I thought so. I thought so. That's generally the thing with DX12, not even just with TSC, but also other games. It's strange. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like DX12 has been around for a while, but it definitely still seems to be finding its feet, let's say. Got a green signal. We are going to be crossing over though. I don't think I was hardcore on gaming, and if I wasn't really someone who paid attention to DirectX and DX9 and 10 and 11. So I don't know how the DX11 intro, let's say, went. But I don't know. I feel like I'd be surprised if it was as bad as DX12 is at the moment. Oh, Clapham Junction is tough on frame rate as well. That will be interesting going through Clapham Junction. We tend not to stop there, although we are going to stop there now. That would be great timing, very typical. But on the other route on the other run that I tested, you don't stop at Clapham Junction. It's nice to see the 377s there, even though they're quite basically modeled. Just the fact that we're seeing them there, I love. And I honestly wouldn't mind. I've put this forward to Dovetail before in the forums. Like, if, for example, there's a route, right, where we're driving through a station where in the real world, you would see other trains and train operating companies. I wouldn't mind if Dovetail was to put in, like, very, very, very basic models, even if, like, maybe all the windows were tinted so that you can't see inside and it could just be like a shell, right? Just to make the stations feel busy. I don't think I'd mind that, and it wouldn't have any impacts on performance because it'd all be 2D. So the only real impact may be a bit of RAM because of the timetabling. But you know, going through Clapham Junction on the London to Brighton line in TSW is it's not a great experience, to be totally honest with you. Not when you I mean, it's the busiest station in London, ain't it? So in the UK, I mean. So yeah, it's not great going through there and it's sort of dead. All right, we're 5 car, not 4 car. DTG called it experimental. Game will natively still run in DS9, but it is on DX spaghetti on top, which reduces FPS by 50%. So, like, what exactly are they experimenting here, Cardo? That's what I would like to know. What exactly are they experimenting if the game runs worse on newer code? Let's oh my god, look how basic the 3D modeling is, as it should be, to be honest. Anyway, as it should be. I want to hear what the door sounds like when they close. I used to go on these trains somewhat regularly, not these ones. I'll show you guys once we get the train. I used to go to university in Kingston years and years and years ago, and so I would take this train sometimes from Waterloo. Silence? Really? Experimental means we don't know what we are doing with this. It sounds about right, Makazi. It sounds about right. It sounds about right, yes. And it seems that they've just dropped it. No, because I feel like when they were working on it actively and sharing things with the community about their work in progress, they were very vocal. There was always something seemingly going on. Now, I'm not active on the Train Sim on the Train Sim Classic forum, but there doesn't seem to have been much. You know, they've given us the Train Sim Classic subscription model and all the TSW stuff, but then that's about it. To be fair, I was even very surprised that they even went back to do a bunch of work, especially now with Train Sim World, and now they've got TSW Tycoon on Roblox and TSW VR on Meta. It's odd because it seems sometimes with the way they handle Train Sim World and the routes and the DLC on there, it seems like they may not have enough stuff, but then, you know, all of these different things need their own group of people working on it, right? Dedicated to it. So, I don't know. It's strange. I wonder if all the people that they've sent over to these bits and pieces and all these branches, if they all got them to focus on TSW, then maybe we'll see a better quality in terms of the routes and loco DLC, maybe like longer routes, and maybe the content would have been good enough that they could have maybe increased the price a little bit to make up, you know, for all the staff, and people would have been happy to pay a price. Oh, we're back on this, are we? We're back on this. Back on the gambling. No one told Tim. Nobody told Tim. Next station is Clapham Junction, platform 7. Thank you very much, Castle Park. I guess, yes, we have Connor back. Without a doubt. Where have you been, Connor? You've been, it seems like you've been away for a rebrand, haven't you? Right, we are going to get penalized for, well, not penalized, but our speeding is going to be highlighted now that we're on standard. It's very strange that you can turn it off for career and it won't appear, but you can't do the same for standard game mode. Pardon me, goodness me. L. Well, fortunately, CP, you didn't decide to take a bigger risk than you initially did. I wonder if there's any word on Simrel and their updates, because it's been a while. It's been a while. And it continues to be a while. Also, it would be really nice if, as we go past Wimbledon, we saw some district line stock. That would be really nice as well. And probably some tram action as well. I think we're tailing a train, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't tell ya. If I remember correctly, it's been a long time. I believe this is Wimbledon. Yes, definitely looks like it. See, so you have the underground stock on the far left. Over here, you'd have the underground lines, which then break off towards Parsons Green and Wimbledon Park and eventually West Brompton, Elscourt. You know, the Flying Scotsman scenarios are the only scenarios I'm yet to do on that route, CP. I'm not even sure why as well, because really, I'm kind of comfortable now. Well, I say now. When it's been a while with Steam, it takes maybe a run to get comfy, to get back into the swing of things. But it's doable. It's doable. The frames are already down to 30s. .8 miles away from Clapham. And we're speeding. Hey, hello Sammy, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you, lad. Alright, slow down for this upcoming 40. Honestly, like the loco DLC potential for London to Brighton. Like imagine they sold us like a pack, right? A pack where you get those like basic models, those shells that I spoke about. I'd pay for it. I'd pay like maybe like a $5 for it. Just to give the route some extra life. Like Clapham Junction, honestly, should be popping. But it's not. It's not popping at all. I tried yesterday and the brakes didn't fully release. Didn't know why. What, from the beginning? Like from when he first started the journey, CP? There's a few things with Steam, man. I wish I could tell you from the top of my head. At the start. That's very interesting. I wonder if it was down to... I don't know, man. There are some... I can't even say it without, like, seeing it in front of me, if that makes sense. Like, it's one of those things I can't explain from my head, but give it to me and I can work through it, you know? I wonder what year this is set in. Pretty sure it's the 2010s. It could be CP. That those are the things that I can't tell you them from the top of my head. All those things. There's dials and gauges and million different things. Yeah. Service to Alton Towers. I've never been there before. But yeah, it was this livery that this South Western Railway livery that I used to use. Or not use, it's not like I was driving the train. Hopefully our next journey will be in much clearer conditions. It will be. This is meant to have like some extra AP stock, but for some reason I just couldn't get it to work. I don't know why. Classic looks nice. It does. I am running a well, I'm running it in 4K, which although the stream is at 1080p, does make a difference to that 1080p. And I'm also running weather enhancements, track enhancements, just a bunch of mods to be honest. This also is a an AP train. So, yeah, Train Sim Classic takes some work to make it look nice, you know. But when you do put that work in, it does look very, very beautiful in my opinion. The rain looks amazing. Much better than Train Sim World. Even with mods on Train Sim World, the rain here still looks better. Honestly, if Armstrong Powerhouse could start working on Train Sim World. Thank you very much. Oh my god, hello. Thank you very much, Train Repairman, for the follow. Shout out to you. I need to find the extension that lists the follows in the chat. I've been seeing it on a few streams recently, and it would be really, really helpful for me. Because every time I want to shout anyone out, I've got to alt tab. I've got to. Let me speak proper. Let me speak the King's English, I guess. I can't say the Queen's English anymore. So I'll speak the King's English. I do try to be honest. It's just, it's easy to get sort of distracted. I remember making a food delivery here one time. What was the block? There's like some blocks over here. Not this. Or are they? No, it was near that bridge. It was somewhere over there. There should be like residencies. Here we go. I don't think it was these though. I'm pretty sure it wasn't these. It was before. It's an odd little reflection when you're just seeing the seats and not yourself actually sitting in the seat. Have I tried building my own route before? No. The closest I've ever come to building a route is literally opening the Unreal editor for Train Sim World and spending about 5 minutes on it before I was like, yeah, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. And yes, that was on me because I didn't watch any tutorials or like anything of the sort, basically, before opening it. But yeah, I kind of done it anyway, and it was just like, nope, ain't no way, ain't no way. And I closed it again. You know what's annoying? That question didn't show up on Twitch. So I'm lucky to have both YouTube and Twitch open. Otherwise, I would have completely missed your question, Samuel. Then you may have been upset with me. I'd honestly love to build my own route. I have not necessarily anything crazy in mind, but just things that are meaningful to me, things that I grew up around. But man, I think the time that I seriously considered it the most, I thought about how I was going to sort sounds and 3D imaging, all of that. And I mean, I don't know. I'm currently studying an engineering course at uni. So at some point, I think that's going to entail 3D, 3D sketching and stuff like that, 3D modeling. And maybe when I sort of gain some experience through that, that would help. But at the moment, it's not exactly my forte. TS Classic, I've never given it a go in TS Classic. Nah, never. I know it's easier, and I do know it's easier, but I've just never really felt compelled to try it here. I think something like route building, it has to come from a deep-rooted passion and a deep-rooted desire to create a route. Otherwise, it will just be like your typical rivet route, I guess, with a lack of love and a lack of effort. And I wouldn't even know, like, for example, when it comes to the train, I honestly don't know where I would even start with sourcing material. Imagery, sounds. I'd have to probably invest in like a quite a decent microphone. And yeah, man, I guess I'd preferably do it with a team, maybe not necessarily like a whole company. I'm talking a group of friends, get together and whatnot. But yeah, nothing that's on my radar right now. Why not try building my own heritage railway? Again, it's just not something I have a desire for. And from experience, but also I guess we can all relate. When there's something that takes work and there's not that initial deep-rooted desire or want for that thing, it's very difficult to be consistent in it. It's very difficult to make it the best that you possibly can. You doing train announcement stuff? I mean, I'm not. No. Sennheiser NT4 will be perfect. See, that's the thing, Sammy. I would have to do this whole like research on mics and what would be the best for these kind of things. Obviously, you're saying Sennheiser NT4, so that kind of would make my life a lot easier. But yeah, it's yeah, like I said, now that I'm studying railway engineering, there's gonna be bits and pieces that I can use from doing the course. Why doesn't it mark it as complete? That's a shame. bits and pieces that I can take from the course and apply to that. And who knows, maybe as I'm studying this, it will get to that point. But yeah, right now, I'm happy to just drive the trains themselves, make content on that, you know, bring it to you guys. And yeah, it seems to be working fine so far. And also, time. Now that I'm not going to be streaming in the evenings, I'm planning on using that time to focus on YouTube content, creating and editing YouTube content. And on top of that, starting uni at the end of this month again. So yeah, time is just a myth at this time. No pun intended. Part 1 of 2. So we're going to be doing the full Waterloo to Portsmouth. Oh my god, Portsmouth run. Slap bang in the middle of the evening rush hour. Drive SWT 450103, 450552, and 450039 between London Waterloo and Portsmouth Harbour. In this first part, you shall drive as far as Haslemere, year 2017. That answers that question that I asked a little bit earlier. Any techie AV stuff right up my street. Happy to help if needed. You know what? I'll bear that in mind, Sammy. I'll bear that in mind. Like I said, it's something I have thought about before, just not something I'm ready to really dedicate myself to. See, it says cartload road vehicle class 159, but I've got the class 159. Both the default one and the AP one. So I'm not quite sure what it's looking for. I don't know what it wants from me. Um, 103. 1 Papa 55. No. What do we say? 103. Where's the bit where you input the signal? You input the signal that you're at. That was on the class 377 AP, which I've also got. Legit, actually, for once. Why Twitch put me in another stream for no reason? You know what, Domi? I assume you're on mobile, right? If you're on mobile, then that makes sense. Twitch on mobile seems to just be broken. That actually happened to me. That happened to me a couple of days ago. I'm going to miss the launch of TSW5 in Amsterdam for a business trip. Time to take my PS5. Oh, I mean, for a business trip, I think you're allowed to give yourself some downtime, you know? I don't think it's a bad idea. It should go through customs and stuff fine, right? Only thing I would be concerned about is how your luggage is going to be treated. That's the only thing I would be concerned about personally. You know how airport workers are, man. They'll be tossing and throwing your bag anyhow. Also, good news. I have my hands on TSW5 Deluxe. So, yes, I'm going to be getting content out for you guys through live streams, through YouTube videos from minute 1. I'm contemplating doing like a 12-hour release day stream. I'm not even going to lie. I'm genuinely considering doing a 12-hour release day stream. From the moment it releases on Steam. Yeah. Thank you, sir. I wish there was a simple reset camera button, honestly. It's not hard. I can't imagine it being difficult. Right, departing Waterloo for Portsmouth Harbour. Next station, Woking. Again, we're only going as far as Haslemere, and then we'll go into part 2 of the run. I used to love the sound of these, man. Pardon me. Dan! Mr. Dan. I've wondered where you went. I've been wondering, mate. I brought up in the streams. Ain't seen Dan in a minute. Before you ask, I've been lurking in the background, but then if you're like commented, fair enough. Also, I'm gonna get to GTA streams. Really interesting. Oh, as in you mean like it's like you didn't like them basically. Okay, I thought you meant like you actually couldn't watch them for some reason. No, that's completely fair, but I'm glad to see you're still around. I'm glad to see you're still around, man. Hope you've been doing well. I hope you continue to do well. I'm doing well myself, thank you. Hey, hello, Chuck. How are you doing, my man? Nice to see you. All good, thank you very much. All good. How are you doing? It's been 4 days. It has been 4 days. So Saturday. So we streamed on Friday, I believe. Saturday, I was managing and I was helping to manage an event. Sunday, we don't stream on Sundays as per usual. Monday, the missus took me out for my birthday, and here we are. We didn't stream on Friday, right? I think Friday was Danny's last day. My dog died. Oh no! Just like that? 3 days later, I got another one. Nice one. It was badly mistreated. Alright, well, God bless you, Dan, for bringing it into a better home, man. Sorry about your loss, my man. Sorry about your loss. It was your birthday. Yes, Chuck, indeed it was. On the 1st, on Sunday. That's why we've got the birthday tip jar. It's not even visible at all. Like I don't think I've chosen a good font. I haven't chosen a good font. It looks black. I haven't chosen a good font. I don't know what font to make it, so I'll just make it red. I'll just make the font red. There you go. I'll make it red. I can't make it bold, which is really annoying. I want to make it bold, but I can't. So I'll make it red instead. There you go. She had cancer. We did. Wow. So she must have been killing it then, like realistically, man. She must have just been like still energetic, just her usual self, basically. For you guys not to have like really noticed anything was wrong, right? I was gonna do some sound alert. I don't know. Do we have? Let me actually check regarding sound alerts. Now that we're on like regular OBS. Oh no, we should still have sound alerts. We should still have sound alerts. So have your way, Chuck. Have your way. Why is this screen not on? It was on for the last run. Doesn't seem like anything that we can mess with. Oh, hold on a second. Ah, that's why. Is it Control 8? No, Control 8 is this. Oh man, what's the I forgot the shortcut for destination. Let me check the manual. I still have the manual open. For setting the not the PIS, the destination board. Control 5 and Control 6. Thank you. There we go. Control 5 and Control 6. I really wish it showed on here though. No. Is that what? Oh, sorry. Control 5 and Control 6. Oh, I want to drive the class 455/8. Alright, I'm just gonna leave it. Oh, we what did I miss? The brakes are on. Is that because I need to acknowledge this again? I know it's acknowledged. It's acknowledged. She had her spleen removed in February. The medics decided to not tell us. I should. That wasn't their call to make. Yeah, do drop a photo. Yeah, that'd be lovely, man. You know what? Listen, I'll give I'll give the new one a matter of months before it's fully comfortable. Is it a she or a he? Your new companion. I'm not sure about the decision, man. Like, I hear that obviously it would have been painful. Understandably, so. Makes sense. But it kind of wasn't their call to make, you know? Whether you guys should have known or not. I remember you mentioning her getting her spleen removed a little while back. 18 FPS goodness. You know, I think the fog actually helped because it kind of blocked everything else. You could barely see anything. To be fair, we are approaching Clapham Junction. And I think once we pass Clapham Junction, we should be okay. Time for some Class 55. Is it? We could do some Class 55 action tomorrow. But yeah, not currently, not taking any requests today. I don't think I'm gonna do any request streams for a while. I'll pre-plan, especially Trace Classic. Trace Classic actually requires pre-testing, you know, to make sure things run fine. So like the day before, like I've been testing this route for a little bit now. Everything seems to be smooth, so sticking with it. Train Sim World, things tend to be a little smoother because of the nature of it. But yeah. It's a 3-year-old Romanian Crow Shepherd breed girl which was scalded on the left side of her face and was brought back to life by months. Nice, nice. Why is it lagging? Chuck, to be fair, mate, this route is by default, without any enhancements, without any AP stuff, it's quite a tough one to run, to be honest. Not the best optimized, and we just went past Clapham Junction, which is a huge station, and so obviously that didn't help on top of everything, but from here on, it should be smooth. Wimbledon might be interesting, but that's that should be it, really. You think it's better like this? Well, I'm glad that at least, I guess, ultimately then they made the right one. But still, you know. It would have been nicer, for example, they maybe spoke to, I don't know, maybe like a friend that knew you guys and, you know, took their opinion. But I hear it. I guess ultimately it was a safe decision to make. But, you know, sometimes people may want to spend, you know, the last bit of time specifically, you know, doing specific things. And to kind of, for those people to be robbed of that, it's not great. Your photos on a bit. Nice one. Let me have a look at it. No one's put anything in that Discord for a while, you know. I do have family with pets. Maybe I should put some stuff in there. Another cutie. Another cutie. She's a big girl. Is she going to grow any bigger, or has she reached pretty much like the size they get to? Hey, Holy Trucker, how you doing, my man? Welcome to the stream. How has your VR experience been? Listen, so I did the 1920 by 1080 thing that you said last time, right? And it made things, well, they seem smoother. But what I have an issue with is in the Unreal Engine menu, in the UEVR menu, you select like your render thing. So when I do the first one, I can see from both eyes in the headset, but there's an issue with. Thank you, Chuck, for the gifted tier 1. Congratulations, Dan. Enjoy your Twitch sub, my man. Thank you very much, Chuck, for the gifted. Your total is 43, which is, I mean, it was crazy at 20 something. You've now doubled it. But yeah, so I can see from both eyes. When I do the second option, the train moves. When the train moves, all the displays look fine, look clear, but I can only see from one eye, which is really frustrating. I need something where I can see from both eyes, and while the train's moving, I can see the displays fine. Hope she doesn't grow more. She eats a lot and her voice as big as my hands. Goodness me. 557. I mean, still. 557 is not tiny. It's not tiny. So, wow. And yeah, it makes sense that she eats a lot. It makes sense. There's a lot of space for that food to go. Are you choosing synchronized? I think so. Is that set in the same? Where do I find that setting? Is that in the Unreal part of the menu? Thank you. Hey, thank you, Dan, for the YouTube membership. Welcome back. Welcome back to being a YouTube member, my man. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate you guys. I did Blackpool branches in VR. You haven't lived till you do that in VR. Listen, mate, I don't think you've lived a proper TSW experience until you do any route in VR. It's actually like sitting in the train. Like I sat in the M9, I think, or the M7. Thank you for another tier 1 to Domi Chuck. Thank you very much for the gifted, man. Appreciate you. Congratulations, Domi. Enjoy your ad-free, which I think is the most important one. Your ad-free viewing, as well as access to all the emotes. Yeah, sitting in the M7 or the M9, whichever one it was, on Long Island Railroad in VR, you see things you've never seen. You can run that route a million times, drive that train a million times. You get into VR and you just see things you've never seen before. It's so cool, man. It's actually so cool. Yes, on the File's profile, it drops down once you choose it, and it says default to native. I don't know what it is about Fat Elf's profile, Holy Trucker, but it crashes my game, and it's probably because I've got mods, maybe. But when I do my own settings, I don't crash even with mods. So I need to figure out what he does differently. I need to actually see like a side by side between my settings and his settings. I need to like proper go into the files and see. And it defaults to native. I need to yeah. But that's literally it. If I can get both eyes working fine and the in-train, the in-cab displays and buttons all to stay where they are, because my issue is when the train starts moving, they all start ghosting and I see like 3 of each, and it's really, really jarring. Really gets in the way of a good experience. If I can just sort that out, it will be very hard for me to pull away from TSW4 in VR. Definitely. Trying to do some grass and Blender, but I'm failing. I don't even want to ask about the details. Yeah, I had the crash and then removed my mods, all of them weirdly, and it worked. Yeah, it's gonna be maybe like something that affects, I think, view. So maybe like it's not gonna be like sounds, I don't think, or those sort of enhancements. I think it's gonna be something to do with like maybe like a signaling mod. I don't know. I'm betting it's that. But yeah, what I'll probably do is move all my mods into a separate folder, try it, and if all works perfectly fine, then I'll probably just continue playing without mods. You do use a Quest, right? An Oculus Quest headset, isn't it, Holy Trucker? Quest 2, okay, yeah, exactly what I do. Exactly what I use. So yeah, then it must just be the mods then. It must just be the mods. A favorite route I enjoy now is Boss Sprinter. That's awesome in VR. There's a lot. Have you tried all of them in VR now, Holy Trucker? It's just something else sitting in the pacer, man. It's huge and rocks around like a rocking chair. Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah. So I guess you really get to feel the proper movement of the cabs now. Hey, you know what, Holy Trucker? I'm going to do it tonight. You're, every time I have this conversation with you about VR and NTSW, you just reel me into it just a little bit more. I'm going to have to give it another go tonight. 100%. There's stuff I need to focus on. There's stuff I need to edit. I think an hour or two, if I can get it working. I don't think it will hurt. Thank you for the posture check, Dommy. There you go, mate. Have me sitting nice and straight. How's work, Chuck? How's work going, man? I got my bottle back. No more drinking from a mug. Oh, I know why the buttons for the destination thing aren't working. I think I'm looking at the wrong manual. I think I'm looking at the default manual from Dovetail, not the AP one. That would make sense. That'll be the only thing that makes sense, to be honest. It's not class 442. Where do AP put their manuals? Is it in the same? Should be in the same as everything else, really, shouldn't it? You'd think so. I really need to sort out... I'll leave it for another day. I really need to sort out the Metropolitan line, man. I want to give that one a go. You are automatically directed to a random stream. Chuck, you're the second person to say that to me. I don't know what's going on with Twitch. I don't know what's going on with Twitch, but you're the second person that has happened to today. I'm guessing you're on mobile, Chuck. Are you on Twitch mobile? It's Twitch mobile that tends to have all these issues. Twitch on PC, sublime. I don't know how they've managed to just destroy the usability of their mobile app, honestly. Yes, yeah, makes sense. The SLR is an amazing experience to drive in VR, but I can't wait to drive the new MBTA in VR. Yeah, honestly, Holy Trucker, I really hope they don't make us wait too long before they introduce the VR mod for TSW5. I mean, it's all running on the same Unreal Engine base, so it should just be a matter of just changing very, 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 very few things. It's the first time. Oh no, no, it was someone else that it happened to earlier today. I think before you came. Right, we are getting double yellow aspects. Let's change to green. Let's coast for a little bit. Let's coast. To be fair, we're only 3 and a bit miles from Woking, so I'm assuming it's a train that's. I don't know if it's gonna stop there. It should stop. I think all the trains stop there. Like, yeah, honestly, Chuck, you'll have a much better experience, mate. I get a feeling Dovetail's VR is going to suck. I think your experience will be better. Honestly, yeah, I agree. Holy Trucker, it seems that Dovetail's implementation of VR is very gamey, very arcadey. Especially when they mentioned during the Dovetail Direct comparing scores with your friends. To me, that sealed it for me that, yeah, this is the direction that they're going in, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because we don't really have a sim experience on VR. What I mean by VR, I know we have Microsoft Flight Sim, for example. Yes, it's a flight sim that also takes VR. What I mean is like a game like on the Meta Store created for the headset that is a sim. There's plenty of sim-like experiences. I played some super amazing plane games that are very, very immersive that I got from the Meta Store. But yeah, it's a shame that they're not focusing on making it a sim-focused game. Hello, James. How you doing, mate? It's only 25 miles, so yeah, that sucks as well. Yeah, they're really just going for the game thing. And ultimately, I understand games that are going to be stored on the headset can't be too big. Fair enough. But I feel like they may be... Listen, we know Dovetail in general are good for cutting corners, right? So I'm pretty certain there was ways that they could have, you know, worked around their limitations to make the game more realistic. How are you doing, James? You alright, mate? Good to see you again. Can't open the window. Kind of sucks. Would have been nice. Glad to hear that you're doing well. Glad to hear that you're doing well, James. I'm doing very well, thank you myself. It's a lovely Tuesday morning. Tuesday afternoon, actually, at this point. Did not mean to go into emergency, but what's done is done. Kind of edge just a little bit closer. Had a feeling Woking was going to be busy. We are due there in 2 minutes, so does seem that we are still on... still good for the timetable. Hope we get MBT and GW remake before the end of the year. Me too. I think we will. I think we will. I'm not sure about the MBTA routes, but for the GWR remake, yeah, I think, or GWE, I think we'll see that for sure. Okay. You're at college tomorrow. First day back after summer holiday, I assume, James. I'm back to uni, mate, at the end of the month, last week of September. Oh my god, we never set our lights. Jesus. Oh, that's not good. Other train makes its way out of Woking. We should get clearance very, very soon. Yeah, well, I hope you had a good summer holiday, James. You get up so much? After Woking, we've got Warpleston. Not sure exactly how far it is from Woking. Pretty certain I've run this full route before. And the stations did seem quite distant from one another. Only one more week to go to get to TSW5. Yep, Holy Chocker. As I mentioned earlier, if you missed the announcements, I have got my hands on it finally on the deluxe edition. So yeah, I'm considering honestly doing like a massive release day stream. I put forward 12 hours. I'm thinking perhaps right, we are no longer a four class car, so let's go all the way to the end. But I think we're just going to stream from like the moment it releases and just keep going until whenever, really. If it ends up being another 11-hour stream, just like the Simrail update day stream, then so be it. I'm down. I might do engineering. James, if you've got enough sanity in the bank, mate, go for it. I'm currently studying railway engineering. Those doors could have opened. Those doors could have opened. I do TSW5. What, you might stream TSW5, James? Guard mode was a little disappointing, wasn't it? On the West Coast Mainline stream. Hello, driver. Please press tabs, obtain permission to pass the signal ahead at danger. Yes, sir. Press pass signal at danger approved. Thank you. West Coast Mainline and VR will be amazing. I'm going to do a Pender run. I did that Zoom, and the Zoom run is awesome. VR. That's something I haven't done yet. I'm yet to do a high-speed run in VR. I'm yet to do that. I got the standard TSW5 edition. Was a bit disappointed by the first stream. A lot of exclusive basic stuff missing, like always done. So here's my thing, right? I was reading through the forum yesterday, which I'm somewhat back on, kind of, depending on, I guess, free time and like sitting on a train or sitting on a bus. But I was going through the forum. I was going through the West Coast Mainline thread. And I was reading all the complaints that people had. And one thing that I kept repeating to myself over and over every time I would see these comments is, but this is just Dovetail, though. This is just like, it's nothing, like everything that we saw that was disappointing or that people were complaining about, everything was just like, it's nothing new. So when you're putting money forward for the new edition or the deluxe or the special, whatever it may be, you got to know what you're putting your money towards. It's the same game by the same developers, by the same company. So I see the complaints and I'm just like, what did you think that because there's a new number at the end of Train Sim World that we've entered some new era of Train Sim World development? No, it's still TSW2 with a new, a fancy jacket. I'm a rail enthusiast. Nice one, James. I think we all are one way or another, mate. Seeing as we're spending our precious, valuable time watching trains. I think we can all agree. I love London. Do you love London, James? I'm happy for you, my man. London is, you know, the thing is, right? This is what I remember, like, me and my friend had this, like, moment of realization one time. We're both born, raised in London, lived in London our whole life. This was a few years ago, so we were in our mid-20s. And, you know, I guess early 20s, late teens, we talk about how we're just sick of London and how it's just trash and we don't understand the hype. And, you know, we'll go to central London and we'll see a bunch of tourists and it's like, it's what you're not doing, basically. It's really not all that. But I think we hadn't traveled in a while, right? And then we took a trip to Central. And I don't know what it was that clicked. But I remember us having a conversation where we were just saying, like, London is actually beautiful. One, you just kind of got to know where to go. And two, naturally, when you're somewhere for so long, you get sick of it, naturally. So I think if we were to, like, go away for like some years, I think we'd miss London. So yeah, I think I won't say I love London, but I'm content with it. Realistically, for the most part, it's the people that kind of taint London, unfortunately. I know I was thinking of not paying, but also I have a lot of fun for those 40 euros. I just wish they'd be more serious. It's huge potential waste and frustrating. Yeah, and I've reached a point personally, Dan, where also I'm not attached to any route until a Romanian one comes. I can get past a lot of things that are bad route related. That's a point. Yep, that's why I'm actually glad I'm not too knowledgeable about the US stock and the US route for the exact reason, because I can enjoy it. Same thing as like the 4024 on Semmeringbahn. Apparently the sounds are trash. I don't know, because I don't know that train IRL. So I can live peacefully in bliss, in ignorant bliss, let me say. But yeah, I've come to a point where now I have this a surety within myself that Dovetail they've reached the end in terms of they're not gonna be any more or any bigger or better in terms of the passion or the effort they put into their games and the seriousness they put into their games than what they are now. It's been this way from that TSW2. It's been this way for years and years and years. It's done. We can see who they are. So when you're buying TSW6 and 7 and 8 and any of the other games, you would be silly. You'd be silly to hope. I guess not to hope, but to expect, you know, anything different to what we've already got. It's the same game. With a couple new features. It's the same game. And all of these features could have been added into TSW2. I continue to say this. After the 4.26 upgrade, we're still on 4.26. From TSW2. There hasn't been any major change. Other than arguably the lighting. Arguably. I don't change anything with UVR, just import Fetos profile, and when it opens, scroll down to where it says native and change it to synchronize and launch after your route. That is also going to be screenshotted, and I'm going to save that holy trucker. Thank you very much, my man. I'll bear that in mind when I give it a go this afternoon. Next up, Guildford, by the way, people. Is that a train cap? Is that a train cap? Do you mean like a physical cap, like a cap on my head? I don't have one at the moment. A train cab, yes. Behind me, yes. Nobody say anything. James, I'm going to give you 3 goes at what cab this is. I don't know how well you know your trains, but I'm going to give you 3 guesses. I'll give you a clue. I don't think it will mean anything though. It's my favorite train to drive on Train Sim World. Nobody ruin it. Go ahead, James. The floor is open. I'm concerned on the roadmap. They said you could buy West Coast Mainline and Pendo. It would cost the same as Deluxe Edition. Should we be concerned? Well, they mention the cost of the Pendo by itself. Wasn't it like 15 quid? I think I might be wrong, and I'm open to being corrected. I think it was 15 quid for the Pendolino by itself. Just had to I had to get the window open. It is a train cab. It is a train cab. 166 or 165? Nope. I'll make that one guess rather than two separate ones. It's not a 166 or a 165. I'm contemplating giving you clues. I can give you a clue, but it will cost you a guess. Could be a good clue, could be a bad clue, could be a clue that gives you the answer, or it could be a clue that tells you nothing at all. It's up to you if you want to roll those dice. 350? Not a 350. You got one last guess. Not a 350. I'll let you have a look at it again. Oh my god, I went into emergency again. It just slips in. It just slips into emergency braking. I mean, it doesn't slip in. What I mean is, like, on TSW, there's like even though you're holding the brake, with a lot of trains, there's like a gap from maximum level of braking and then emergency. Whereas on TSC, it sort of just slides right through into emergency. I'm gonna tell you what it is: a train cab. I think we've gotten beyond that. No, but thank you though. Thank you. Appreciate it. How are you doing? 390. Nope. You've struck out. It is a 465. 465 is my favorite train to drive over on Train Sim World. Talking of 465 and Train Sim World, I need to do some more Southeastern high-speed content. For that being like my second favorite route, I really haven't given it time and love. Good, I'm glad to hear that. No, amazing. Saw you playing some Simro on stream the other day. Couldn't tune in, but I did decide to browse Twitch real quick, and yeah, you came up on the you're like the first on my homepage, I guess, on mobile. That's basically TikTok. Would be nice if the PIS on stations works. God damn it. Hey, James, it was a hard ass question, my man. It literally could have been anything, realistically. Felt like some Simro that night. Let's get to be fair, but I want to reward Dovetail for the rubbish treatment. Nerds, I don't know if you you know, overheard the conversation I had with Dan, but come on, we know Dovetail at this point. Like, there's no expecting anything different. There's no expecting anything different. It's the same company that's developing basically the same game with a few features. This is awkward. Oh, nice. Thank you. There's quite a few requests to pass, ain't there? Hey, there he is. There you go, Nabil. Can you explain the tip jar thing? I wasn't there. Well, as you can see above the tip jar, it says... What does it say? Birthday month. Tip jar. Basically, if anyone wants to leave any tips or bits or cheers or donations as a birthday gift, for my birthday, it will fill up. The jar will fill up. Like there'll be like coins. Basically, there's bronze, silver, and golds depending on the amount, and then they'll fill the jar. Guess what my favorite train is? The 390 Pendolino. That's what I'm guessing, James. You half heard it. Yeah, well, I basically just said that. Yeah, it's the same company, so, you know. It just expects yet another rebrand of TSW2. How about birthday year? Birthday year would be smart. Birthday year would be smart, wouldn't it? With Long Island Railroad, I understand the safety features are on by default. Can you manually switch them off for the switches on, as they are hard to learn? You cannot switch them off, Holy Trucker. Nope, they are permanently on. They are permanently on. No? Okay. Okay. Or can I have a clue? Like, because James, you know, I gave you a clue, right? My background is a clue, so I think I'm allowed a single clue. Hello, there's a screenshot of TSW5 with the words now in TSW3. I can't find it again. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know whether people think like I'm just being a hater or whether I don't know. I call things for what they are, right? Everything we have in TSW5, in TSW4, and in TSW3, we could have had in TSW2. The lighting obviously would have taken a bit more work to put it onto all the other routes, but it could have been done. I can obviously read. I just wasn't sure about what exactly goes into it, whether it's just donations or also cheers, for example. Some tips is a bit too general to categorize it directly, hence the question. Very well, Nabil. Yes, bits, cheers, donations. Those three. It is a northern livery. Okay, my general knowledge isn't that great, so that helps me out a little bit. But judging from my own knowledge, limited knowledge from TSW, I'm gonna put forward out there the 323. Yep, honest reviews won't make a content creator heaps respected. Hey, nerd, much respected, but it may not necessarily bring in, you know, the collaborations and the follow, the like. I'm gonna stick to my guns though. I'm gonna stick to my guns, but yeah. I've always been about being ethical, I guess. Good cookie. I'll take that. Yes, I'm a good cookie. I try. Not a 323, James. Oh my god. I honestly, I don't know what other trains run the northern livery. Yeah, my general knowledge ain't great. Does the 158 run northern livery at all? It's not the 158, is it? Let's see if I can leave something in the tip jar in my own pocket too. Hey, Nabil, I mean, you know, it's up to you, right? You know. You can be the first. And you can help me test it as well, because I've never had one before. And I hope it works. I still don't know why like people's names don't show up. You know, like when I had all the names under the webcam and then on the other side of the screen. I don't know why they didn't work. $150, really? Nice one, James. Well, I'm sorry that Dovetail, not Dovetail, it was Rivet, wasn't it? Absolutely did not do justice to that train in Train Sim World. But generally speaking, it's a pretty cool train. How long will I stream for? Honestly, Nabil, I don't have an end time. I'm not gonna lie. So I'll say a minimum of 3 hours, but I honestly don't have an end time. Are they favorites then, nerds? If you have 4 of them, my favorite train in TSW5 is a Class 465. A man of taste. Yes. The scenery and architecture of the stations and the details on Blackpool branches really sticks out in VR. If you do one later on, you got to on the pace. It's so huge you just don't realize it. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Actually, yeah, that's when little things start sticking out to you. And I guess it's the way our mind works as well, right? When we're in the 3D space, things that don't make sense kind of stick out to you. But then when everything is sort of just in order, in place, yeah, makes for a hell of an experience. Right, next stop, Haslemere, where we're going to move over to part 2 of the run and continue down to Portsmouth. A collection, right. Your favorite freight train? Is it British? Is it one that's used in the UK, James? $24. I am not doing a 24-hour stream. Oh, there's a lot of traffic on the roads. If I'm somehow convinced to do a 24-hour stream, I'm not gonna play games non-stop for 24 hours. You'll see me eating, you'll see me sleeping. I might have to sleep on my gaming chair. That's quite depressing, just the thought of it, ain't it? From a health perspective, I'm not in favor of a 24-hour stream, though, unless breaks are taken, but that would be somewhat defeat the purpose. And I know, but the breaks can be taken on stream, you know? But yeah, it would take... Oh, goodness me. I don't know what it would take to get me to do a 24-hour stream, I'm not gonna lie. I've got a dovetail fund going now, saving 20 a week aside, so I can just grab a route a month now. Hopefully, I'll keep up with them. I don't actually have a route, so same trains all the time. Yeah, no, fair enough, Photo Chocolate. That's a good way to go about it, man. That's a smart way to go about it, to be honest. Oh, well, no, you gotta give me some clues, mate. Okay, let's go one by one. Let's go one by one. You gotta give me clues. Again, I'm not like some super knowledgeable train, like not nerd, like train head, you know. So my train knowledge comes from Train Sim World, you guys in chat, and the forums. I don't get train knowledge from anywhere externally. LWR, is that meant to be a clue, James? Oh my god, I forgot about the shot collar. I actually forgot about the shot collar. I did find that one that could like connect to... Oh yeah. I have come across one that I think will work. They're not in Train Sim World, trains. Oh man. Oh my god. I've been sleeping. Oh, we're gonna go... Oh my god, not at the last station. Not for the last station. Fortunately, it hasn't ended the run. But that is poor. That is poor. I'm gonna wait until it goes past this signal and then continue moving. Waterloo to Fratton. That was not good. All right. Is CBWS not enabled? It lights up at the beginning. Control A. Why do things work sometimes? I need to speak to you, sir. It's not going to be great, is it? It's not going to be a great conversation. Are you going to get the ugly Dutch train? It looks hideous. It looks like... Whose car in this pick will be me? You are going to upset a whole load of people, holy trucker. Yeah, I'm going to get every route, isn't it? You know, so we'll continue that trend. And yeah, I'll be getting it. I'm going to try to. I plan on getting it. Let's put it that way. I don't know what's to come. I plan on getting it. What's LWR, James? Is that a clue for your favorite freight train? Hello, Josh. What are you trying to do? Trying to get to Haslemere, mate. Well, ultimately trying to get to Portsmouth, but that won't be Haslemere first, and then we'll switch runs and go from Haslemere to Portsmouth. Yeah, no, this is the one with like the massive nose, basically. I think it's for a refined taste, a mature palate, if you will. Are there any more preview streams coming for TSW5? Driving an AP Class 90 West Coast Main Line South. I considered that, you know. I won't lie. I considered that. I've got the West Coast Main Line there. Is that a green? It looks like a green. I do have the West Coast Main Line with the Class 90. Okay, the minute you said Sydney trains, yeah, I'm not getting it, mate. There's no way. 1 diesel hydraulic, 3 electrics, 1 retired. Isn't that 5 in total? Oh, it's your own scenario, Joshua. Cool. Sorry, I was in thought, but yeah, no. Cool, nice. Hey, there he is. There's the gambling man. Hello, Tim. You thought, yeah, no chance, mate. Absolutely no chance. Should have seen it coming, to be honest. That's not 4 trains. 1 diesel hydraulic, 3 electrics. That's 4. And then you said 1 retired. See, Tim's actually knowledgeable. Oh, yeah, by the way, Tim, is it Baltimore that you're at? Baltimore. Closest to DC, okay. Because it's likely, it's not, nothing's in concrete right now, but it's likely next July I'll be in Baltimore. And I wouldn't mind setting up like a little meet and greet. Like once the trip is again in concrete, then I'll do a meet and greet there. Literally Maryland. That's down the road though, ain't it? Relatively speaking. What's Dovetail's average routes? Average for route releases once a month. Well, the thing is, Holy Trucker, right? We've got a ton of content coming, right? We just don't know what the release schedule is looking like. I don't have money for the tip jar. No worries, Dommy. It's not. No, nobody's obliged. It's optional. Oh shit, yes sir. It's gonna be my first time in the US, so it's gonna be a hell of a trip. I want to save up like a lot of money just for the food. Just for the food. And snacks. I yearn for some Red 40 chemicals. You'll buy the Dutch route for sure. The Dutch route, I think, is going to be a massive, massive, massive hit. Of course, it's not for everyone, but it's going to be a huge hit. I can kind of see how it got there, Tim, but it is still a little bit ridiculous. I wouldn't be surprised if they open the doors for pre-orders for that one. Do we know if it's going to be a Dovetail route? Is it going to be a Dovetail route, or is it going to be from another developer? No clue. Yeah, I hope it's not Dovetail, but then if it wasn't, then I'd also hope it's not Rivet. It's been a while since I've been on these trains, man. Good work, driver. Due to memory constraints of the simulator, this scenario is split into 2 parts. So please restart the simulator and load part 2. Yes, sir. There's a threatened train. Yeah, see, it ticks this one. I don't know why it didn't tick the first one. Anyway, let's continue on our way down to Portsmouth. You hope DTG make it. Do you, Tim? You trust them not to come out with some disappointments? Right, what do we not have here? 158 or 313? That kind of makes sense. Right, let's open our doors. Again. Yeah, see, all this light comes on the TSWS panel. Oh my god. Let's not forget the lights this time. Do we have to set all of this up again? I would assume so. Or acknowledge that. And what are we again? 1P55. One Papa 55 and 103, I think it was. Over river, yes, I agree. Over river, yeah, definitely. Agreed. Hey, we've got the destination thing back. I think that I like more Dutch trains more than others. First time I play with safety system. Yeah. You know, yeah. All it takes really is just that one route, you know. It changes your whole experience. I mean, to be honest, if not for the Bakerloo line, I wouldn't have bought Train Sim Mode 2 when I did. Would I have bought it down the line? Maybe. Would I have ended up buying TSW 3 or 4? Maybe, but yeah. It was the Bakerloo line for me that changed everything. Endeavour sounds like a cool name. That's automatically my favorite one out the bunch. I'm playing some F1, so I can't chat. No worries, MC. Enjoy your F1, my man. Appreciate you being tuned in, regardless. Sydney trains absolutely must come to TSW. The thing is, I haven't seen a demand. Like, to be fair, right? The demand for Dutch trains has been relatively high for years, and it's only now just coming. So realistically, unfortunately, you know, any Australian. To be fair, I've seen Australian freight mention a bunch on the forums, but I don't have a ton of hope, if we're being totally honest. And there is my local train that closed the rail for me. Is Steam trains. Crazy. I've actually never seen a steam train in operation. Never. Definitely need to go out more. Who else absolutely hates the water bottle lid things these days? You open a bottle, you'll take off the lid, and it's just stuck. And then when you break it off, there's all these like bits and sharp bits that just... It's just I don't understand how it's meant to be better for the environment. I don't understand that. Since they've added it, I've been trashing them intentionally as in protest. These bits. It's ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. I don't know if it's just the UK or if it's like a European thing or if it's like a worldwide thing, but they need to get rid of it, man, as quickly as they brought it in. You never seen one either, Tim. Hopefully we get to experience that soon, brother, man. I was just saying that yesterday. I hate the water. Everyone, I've never seen anyone like praising it, Dan. Never. Not a single person. Apparently so. It's meant to be stuck, but nobody wants that. And it's like, it's annoying. It's annoying. Like, it doesn't... Like, it's almost a task now closing it while it's attached. It's really, really annoying. How can you be a train person and not seen a steam train? They say that too often. Train films will come to you. I know, right? I know. I've never lied. I've always been real. Like, I don't know much about trains. I've always been more of a car person than a train person. I've just been very, very interested in trains, but I've never actually, you know. I have to trace hours. Travel. I have to travel hours and hours to get to my diesel. Yeah. Oh, there's one in Baltimore that I had to look at. It's B&O, BO, something like that. BO, Railway Museum. Yeah, they've got a couple of Steam locos. And oh man, I'm thinking about all the content that I can make over there as well. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good trip. It's gonna be a good trip for sure. Yeah, no, you're lucky down there, my man. You're lucky. It's like it's on all. I don't know whether it's like a law that passed. I don't know whether it's companies that have signed like something for them to try and help the environment, but it's trash. Like honestly, all these for the environment things, paper straws, this bollocks, it's just crap, to be honest. And I honestly don't know how much of a difference it's making. Took some pics of what one, Tim? We have a steam train here every weekend during winter, spring, autumn, and some other historical diesels. That's sick. That's sick, man. We do have like a steam like experience, right? But the ticket prices are they just don't make sense. It's like £200 plus for a steam experience. And I guess I could just go down to the station and just see it. Yes. But I'd also love to have the full experience. Ah, there'll be an Aurora Museum. Nice. So yeah, you're only gonna be down the road. You're only gonna be down the road, Tim. The museum's 8 kilometers up the road. That is light work. I mean, the closest I think I have here in London is the Transport Museum, which I don't know, could be worth a visit, I guess. It's not going to be as exciting as that, but it'll be something. I thought the Xbox mini fridge was a meme. It's actually real. I saw it for sale yesterday. Let me have a little gander. I saw a couple pics on like Google Maps because I was just browsing, having the little browsers, and yeah, it looks like a bloody cool place. I'm not gonna lie. These pictures like are just so raw. That's what I love, just rawness. Yeah. Yeah, really cool, man. Good stuff. So on the weekend, you get to hear a steam whistle each time it comes up here and turns around. To go back, they're kind of restoring the line all the way south to Colorville, so that would be an awesome trip when done. So is it a stake? Is it like does it play the role of like a normal line nerd where you just pay like for a regular ticket, like that you usually would pay, that you usually pay for, and then that's it? Or is it actually like a whole event? Oh my god, almost 100 miles away from you. Okay, maybe not so much down the road then. Aha, there you go. How far is Cedar Point from you? That rings no bells at all. Like a normal ticket from the museum. Yeah, you're lucky, man. That's a hell of an experience, man. And it's great for it to be so accessible. When these doors open? TSC is so extra with this stopping stuff, man. Work with AP, HSD in 90s and Dovetail 86s at the moment. Your scenario, Joshua, that you're running at the moment. So it was part of the main line from Sydney to Melbourne in the 60s and 70s, and new line was made to bypass the 1 in 30 grade. These are on bubbles. Huh. Love us some preservation. See, the point is an amusement park. Oh damn! Look what steam train there, nice. Is it like a full sized one, or is it like a fun sized one that you're working on? Nice. How long is it, Joshua? From start to finish. I do find myself favoring the longer scenarios. I just like the feeling of having run a proper service, you know? $112 miles. Solid. Solid. It's right up my alley. Actually, looks like a beautiful day outside. Or if I do on the other route, 192 miles. Even better. I know longer routes aren't for everyone, but yeah, I do love me some. Full size, awesome. Must have not been a great experience if you forgot it though, Tim. 192 miles is insane. I'm all for it though. I am all for it. Off to Havens. I assume is the pronunciation. Got a 40 section coming up. Good luck, Joshua. I didn't know what qualified as full size, though, to be honest. Tim, like, I don't know, whatever sounds right to you, really. I don't have a proper guide. Like, is everything a Steam Tree before? Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. Fair. Posted a pic of it in the Discord. Let's go. Let's have a little gander. Yeah, it's a hell of a drive, Tim. I mean, technically, mate, if you can get 200 miles an hour and maintain it, it'll only be an hour. Save yourself 50 minutes. Not recommended, though. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. We need a 90 in TSW. We've been needing one for a minute, to be honest. Oh, 70 members. Whoever's joining Discord, you are very welcome. 70th member. Yes, it does include bot, but nonetheless. I was in a Steam train in the cab when I was younger. All you guys with cab experience, that's probably the up there with probably the best Cab experiences. Getting to ride in a steam cab. 91 on East Coast Main Line when? Well, were they ever on... Were they ever on the West Coast Main Line? They were, right? And Just Trains are saying that they've got a DLC in the works also for the West Coast Main Line route. So... It was casual, it was not programmed. Oh, okay. Minus 50 aura, Domi. Minus 50 aura. I mean, hey, just being on it is an experience in itself. So, there you go. There's that. Why is it clipping? Oh my god, what is that? Wasn't doing that before. Only for 100 meters. Hey, you experienced it, right? You can say that you've experienced it. That's it. That's a lot more than that's more than most people. Especially when time's moving on, and you know, it's only gonna get harder and harder to have those experiences. So, yeah, man, that's solid. Missing GTA already. Yeah. To be honest, yeah. I knew I was though. I knew I was. Why did I leave GTA? I need to have that link ready. I mentioned it on the end of at the end of one of the streams last week. There's a bunch of reasons. There's a bunch of reasons. Mainly that I wasn't feeling it the way I was when I started off. And then just a lack of time in terms of like when you stream roleplay, ideally you want to stream only roleplay. To really build yourself and your character, to really have a foothold in the you know, on the server in the city. And obviously TSW 5 is also around the corner. I want to do a lot of content for that. It was a lot of reasons. I do hope to go back to it though. I haven't cancelled it for the rest of my life, basically. So I'm hoping at some point in the future I can get back into it. We are driving 9008 is a local number I'm driving. Cool. Nice. Nice one, Joshua. Very strange shadows over there. When did I turn the light on? Oh yeah, when we were in the tunnel. I think, why is it all of a sudden like a lot brighter than it was before? Every time you load in, you get different weather. I didn't know that was something you could program. Nice. I like that. I like that. With the AP weather pack, you can. Sweet. Well, we've got that, so should be a good experience. I clicked the wrong acknowledge button. I was pressing the DVD button instead of AWS. Gonna have to wait a minute. So it does work. So why didn't it do anything when we went through the red earlier? Then it might have delayed us a little bit. Nabil, are you still in chat? What is a... What did you call it? A telehon. What's that? Is it like German ghetto? Tim, what's a telehon? Enlighten me. Mr. Germany. He's gone Googling it. Some of that is Nabil, right? Whoa, Nabil. Apparently, you're a telehon. I could just be cussing and have no clue. Which I feel like I am. I feel like that's exactly what's going on here. Oh, there's a 377 here. It's an AP 377. It's a London Victoria. Far away from home, mate. And then also to be sent to the gas chambers. No, thank you. Should I just Google it? Oh, here we go. It was giving us a comprehensive definition. Thank you very much, mate. Salahon refers to a specific type of young men, often with a migration background, who are recognized by their distinctive clothing and behavior. They're typically associated with stereotypical traits, such as wearing a Gucci cap with a tiger pattern, a fanny pack, an Armani sweater, skinny jeans, and a noticeable sweet-smelling perfume. Often found in the area of Frankfurt. Basically, yeah, ghetto-like, then, I guess. So we were on the right track. You see how it can just go straight back to the front of the train without needing a loading screen? TSW. Lincoln Cider Gang. Are those those are Tim's boys. TLDR twat. Basically. Like a German roadman. Yeah, I get the picture. Makes sense. It was a response to a reel that I sent to Nabil. And yeah, makes a lot of sense. Sad state of affairs. I have some pancakes that I need to deal with. Ich bin nicht ein Telefon. How is that? How is that? I hope that wasn't a clippable offense. Ich bin kein Telefon. Got it wrong, Tim. Almost. So close yet so far. Well, if you hear knocking at the door and it sounds like an angry German, you're in trouble. Basically, if it sounds like what you hear when driving a German train and you do a thing wrong, a single thing wrong, then you know you're in trouble. Sounds about right. I think as long as I'm not hearing an angry German in the mid-1900s, so I'm alright. I'm thinking we probably do one more run after this and then call it there. I'm actually not sure how long the next run lasts for. Hopefully we can get this one marked as complete so we don't end up doing it again in the future. Where's the marker gone? All right, we are okay. We're miles away from the marker. You know what? It's all good. We're not all good. Now we're all good. So do I, Tim. So do I, man. But you know what? I'm so happy for the actual players themselves, actual streamers themselves, because their views have been popping. I saw the person who plays Jalen yesterday on 220 concurrent viewers. And like normally he'd get the same as what I'd get, basically, more or less. The guy who plays D was on 140 concurrent viewers over the weekend. Yeah, man, they're doing really, really well.
€9.99 from my heart for your birthday. Cheers to our friendship.
Thank you very much, Nabil. Cheers indeed. Did that fill the jar? I hope it did. It did. Hey, there we go. Why is my logo? You know, I'm not even going to ask. Thank you, Nabil. It's been a good friendship indeed, man. Thank you. Thank you for your continued hard work. The war is still ongoing. That's sort of like the main pusher for views. A lot of people who watch roleplay, like there's like a whole community of just viewers who watch roleplay. They love a war. They love a war, and so yeah, man, it's a good way to gain followers, viewership. Really, really good way. So yeah, there literally could not have been a worse time to leave. I'm not gonna lie. I'm waiting on it to kind of all make sense. As it stands, there really could not have been a worse time to leave as a content creator. But hey, it is what it is. That's our goal fund. I'm putting all my pennies towards TSW5. It's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. If I had a job, I'd gladly empty my bank account into your subscription. Hey, Tim, there's no obligation, my man. No obligation at all. So I'm the only one who likes chaos. Surprisingly not, nerd, no. Maybe not chaos on the same level as you like chaos. But at the same time, not far off either. They're calling me mad. Yeah. Yeah. To a degree, yeah. I don't think you yourself would disagree. And you'd be mad to disagree. So either way, mate. Either way. You're a lunatic. Crazy or crazy. Voila. I need to approach these stations with a bit more confidence, to be honest. Although, to be fair, it's not like we're arriving late or anything, so... Front doors still don't want to open. At least the rear doors have. Pardon me. Honestly, the general assets are so much better than TSW, man. The buildings are so precise. for what you'd actually find. Don't be surprised if another name shows up on paper. Oh, I won't say anything. What do you mean I make you? No, 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 no. Don't let this be another Tim situation where Tim wanted to blame me for his gambling addiction. I am not doing anything that enables your craziness, nerd. You do that of your own accord, mate. I can't say it's a name that I'm too surprised to see though, in a bit, I'll be honest. It makes sense. It adds up. It adds up. I don't know what I just pressed. What's that? Oh. Right. You can also use enter for that. Seeing the same generic German church 150 times on one route. Hey, listen, I don't know how things are on the German side of things, but I'll tell you what, mate. Whenever I run like a UK route, and cool, maybe I'm not familiar with Portsmouth exactly, right? Cool. But the assets still look like exactly what I would expect to see in any UK city. And all the London stuff, I can vouch for a lot of it. That is on point. Now when it's Train Simulator Crash compilation. Don't be so many of them exist. I'm not going to lie, mate. Don't forget this game's been about since like the early 2000s, I think. So there's plenty of it. The man will fully get to you. Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining, bro. I'm not complaining, my man. I then can't deny you also liked it. Chaos. Do I? I like peace. I love my peace. The derailment on the Simrail was you. That was your doing. You got into my head. That's what it was. I blame you. You got into my head. 2009. Okay, late 2000s, and there you go. But wasn't it Microsoft Train Sim before? And then before that, wasn't it Railworks? Or what wasn't it? What it was something by Kuju, right? So many, but you can still do them. True. A lot easier to do than on Train Sim mod, that's for sure. No, I don't. No, I don't. Nerd is the has a serpent tongue. He loves spreading rumors. I'm not too surprised. You play what you mean by that in DMs. No, as in it's a like the name is it's a Moroccan name, isn't it? Then it's a very Moroccan name. That's it. Nothing more to it. Hello again, MT. How was your F1 run? I mean, was I running that line alone, nerds, or was I accompanied? I don't recall it being a solo mission. And here we finally are at Portsmouth Harbour. Oh boy, we're coming in hot. You know how it goes. DRA on. That to off. Where's the tail light switch? Or is that set automatically once you set a headlight at one of the ends? Yeah, there you go. The TTS was weird though. Was it? I actually didn't even I didn't even take a notice of the TTS. Good work, driver. That's you done for now. Thank you, mate. Doing 110 miles an hour with a class 90. Yes. 999 are enough for you to get to Farming Sim 22 in SL. Yeah, technically you're not wrong, Nabil. Technically you're not wrong, mate. It is enough. It's not marked as complete. Why? Is that just like TSC doing TSC things? We have a depot move. It seems. Early morning. Could be dark. I didn't have control of your keyboard. You were influenced. Plus, you wanted to beat me. I was influenced. That's all it is. I was influenced. There you go. I was influenced, mate. TSC doing TSC things. I thought as much in the bill. Thank you. I suppose that I will not continue to stream until I get to the destination. Where are you off to? Where are you off to, Dommy? I don't know if I'm saying multiplayer with so many tractor races. I know, right? It would actually be ridiculous. But alas, no. I shall not. Oh, we're all lonely at the depot. Right.
TPWS and AWS operational.
F01 030. Also should confirm or acknowledge. That would be good to go. What do you want to participate in, Domi? What is it you want to participate in? Can't say the interest for farming sim isn't there in his channel. Well, Nerd is just trolling Nabil, if you haven't noticed. Who else has mentioned farming sim? I don't, who like actually want to see farming sim? I love the GSMR sound. Yeah, it's clean, man. I'm just checking the Steam database for Train Sim Mod 4. Do you know the highest player count was 2,154 7 months ago, and currently 900 in game? It will never reach the numbers it reached for TSW2. Never. TSW5 could, but I don't know. TSW2 is king, man. TSW2 is actually king. Dan wants to see farming sim. He is, you know, he's trolling Nabil. I don't trust anything that comes out of Nerd's mouth. There's no way. So Dan wants to see it. Holy Choco has about as much interest as I do. So it's Dan and Nabil. I know Holy Choco doesn't, but hey, tastes are different. Exactly, tastes are different. Thank you very much. Tim? Where did Tim... Oh, Tim said I do. Okay, I did miss that. My apologies. Okay. I mean... I don't know. Maybe after the TSW5 hype. Maybe after the TSW5 hype. I plan to buy the new one. I got the current one for free on Epic Games, but I haven't played much. 700 hours in Football Manager. Football Manager, it sounds like one of those games that can just suck you in. So I can't even say I'm too surprised. Domi wants to see Farming Sim. I cannot stop playing, I'm addicted. I mean, 700 hours does testify to that, Dan. I believe you, mate. I ain't scared about anything, mate. I ain't scared about anything. Nothing to be scared of, is there? There were some more sidings on the back as well. Wimbledon Top Yard and then Wimbledon Depot. I mean, I'll definitely be open to multiplayer, so you guys can join in. But I think the first stream, or maybe the first two, would just have to be me, like, learning everything, pretty much. 700 hours just from November to today. So in just under a year, I have 300 to 400 hours on every single one since 1998. Every year. Jesus Christ, mate. Okay, well. Fair enough. If it's anything Football Manager related, just ask Dan. Wow. Like I said, I've bought it 3 times on 3 different occasions trying to get into it, but I just can't. Yeah, Holy Trucker, that's fair, man. But to be fair, realistically, you have more of a leg to stand on than I do because you've actually tried it. I just keep talking down on it, but I haven't actually given it a go. So, yeah. You can get the Clarkson Farm in Farmstead as a free mod if you like the show. I do like the show. I love it. I haven't watched a recent season, but yes, I do like it. One of my friends have like half a year of hours in games. Jesus Christ. Isn't a new farming sim meant to be coming out, or am I making that up? Farming Sim 25. Okay, cool. So Farming Sim 25 then. How about that? Farming Sim 25? I don't know. It's Castle Farm's a good watch, man. I haven't seen the recent one, but yeah, the first ones are good. 12th November. Okay, so it's basically around the corner. You wouldn't recommend a new one. Why? What about it isn't really appealing to you? Hello, driver. We are currently experiencing problems with the signal ahead. Please press tab to obtain permission to pass it at danger. If it is not granted, keep trying every 30 seconds. Copy that. Although I do see a green in front of me, I'm not going to lie. Gonna cry when the last Grand Tour episode comes. You know what, nerds? I haven't watched the most recent one, and I don't think I'm ever gonna watch the last one. I can't do it. Haven't watched Top Gear, like probably every episode of Top Gear ever since I was young when they used to put it on TV with Clarkson in it and Hammond and May, and then all of the Grand Tour episodes except, like I said, the very last one. I think. I can't do it. Not gonna lie. I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. I almost cried when at the ending of Fast and Furious 6. After I've got his flipping name now. Passed away. It's crazy this October and November for me. New Farm Sim FS 24 and Football Match 25 a brand new graphics engine for the first time in 10 years. Holy moly. So that's going to be like an iteration upgrade actually worth it. New graphics engine for the first time in 10 years. This is insane. Because you don't like it. No, literally the opposite. Literally the opposite. I don't think I could bring myself to do that, man. It's gonna hurt. Like, it's actually gonna hurt. I don't want to. I'd rather just not put myself through that. You know, as long as I haven't seen it, it hasn't ended in my heart, you know? So, there you go. I'll look at it that way. Part 7, it was where they do the tribute at the end. And they play Brian. Oh, part 7. It was 7 then. It was 7. Not 6, sorry. Yeah. I was there with my... I was watching it with my partner at the time. Like... I can't even explain how close I was to crying. Please treat the next signal as a double yellow aspect. Okay. So let's treat the next one as a single yellow. White clocks. Do you want to see the yellow? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I understand. Yeah, but honestly, I much prefer Grand Tour to like the regular Top Gear, how it used to be. The fact that they were like a lot freer, you know, they could be themselves more. I loved that. That made it so much better for me. So much better. I know, nerd, I know, but man, I still need to watch the previous one as well. I like watching things in order, but and obviously they're gonna be emotional at the end. It's gonna make me emotional. I just don't want to put myself through that, man. Now, I think a rewatch would be easier because you've sort of got that initial hurt out of the way. It's seeing it the first time that you're gonna feel it. Honestly, from FM22 to FM24, not much improved, but these guys are worth every penny. They care so much with mistakes, but the community forgives them. They issued a big level apology to 23 most massive changes for 25, and they're delivering. The community is so crazy that the database is bigger than the official one that clubs use. Jesus Christ. You know what? I know it's so cliche for me to say, but I wouldn't mind giving it a go. I really wouldn't mind giving it a go. I've played like a football manager type of game before, and I really flipping enjoyed it. Back when I was in school, though, like over a decade ago. I love the trailer where Hammond talks about the retirement home. I haven't even seen the trailer. Like I've seen like a small clip. Like I've seen the advert of it, but that was it. I haven't seen anything else aside from that. Unfortunately, there are very few new features to justify a new game. Giants didn't put much effort into it, and many, especially modders, share this view. The game will likely have bugs and issues at launch. All the great mods for FS22 will be available at FS25 immediately, which is disappointing. However, at $9.99 farms, so this is a great deal. Right, so very new features to justify the game is fair, but as someone who's never played a farming sim game, it doesn't bother. It's not really a problem for me. The game will likely have bugs and issues at launch is literally nothing but an assumption. You can say that about any game. Maybe it will be true, maybe it won't. Let's wait until the release before we start talking about that. But saying it's likely to have bugs and issues at launch is, I think, unnecessarily like downplaying the game. All the great mods won't be available immediately. That's like, you know, same thing of Train Sim World. Naturally, it usually doesn't take too long. Within a month or two, things are back. I don't think I'm going to buy it in November. Like I said, I'm going to wait sort of for the TSW hype to die down a little bit. And then maybe before the end of year, I'll buy it. Maybe for like if there's like a Christmas sale and it's on for a good deal, then I'll buy it then. Oh yeah, obviously 9.99 is a great deal. Not to forget, Farming Sim 22 is now years old, so it makes sense. Please see the next thing as a double yellow aspect. Okay. I was emotional the Grand Tour started, really? At least one of them hasn't died. I know, right? I know. Miraculously, if we're being honest. I watch 5 to 6 Premier League games per week and then also subscribe to Paramount Plus 5 VPN just to watch Wrexham live. I love English football. Yeah, after United helps put me into depression, then I stopped watching football altogether, man. And with what I keep seeing over and over and over across the years with United, I can say, I think with confidence, that I made the right choice. I reckon it's going to be the funniest. Yeah. Is it going to be the funniest? I would hope so. I think it's going to be the best episode. But there's usually plenty of laughs in a regular episode as it is anyway, so... Unless you're talking about Dovetail, bugs are certain. I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. If Farming Sim has had a history of consistently being buggy and... Yeah, buggy at launch, then I guess it's a fair shout. But again, it has been years since the last release, and they were doing releases every year before that, so... And let's be honest, the only reason FS22 is good as it is because of the mods, and then the mods are only as good as they are because the yearly releases came to a stop. So I'm sure all of them, 21, 2019, I'm sure all of them have mods, but there was just not enough time to for them to mature. We can watch and cry together, or I can just avoid that pain altogether. There's also that option. That's about for you. 80% suffering depression and 20% joy and pride. you've got pills for it. I don't, Dan. So I have zero coping mechanisms. I mean, I guess I can start watching it again. It's just, the thing is, it's very time consuming. Like, I used to only be able to. So a couple seasons, the last season I watched like kind of all the games via Match of the Day. And the only reason I was able to do that was because of the nature of my job at the time. I just had so much free time that I could do that. But yeah. Fantasy League is fun as well. Yeah, I know United lost 3-0. I know that much, unfortunately. No thanks to Nabil. Yeah, it's just a sad state of affairs, man. It's not that there haven't been any achievements over the years, but once Moyes took over, I accept that season when all the teams were all breaking their different records against United. I accepted that year that yeah, United are just an average team now. All new games have bugs at launch, not just this one, though the extent varies. Mods definitely take longer to convert, and some might not be transferred at all. Also, remember, FS has far more mods than TSW. There's never been a yearly release for PC, just console. Only a 2-year interval, which didn't happen between FS19 and FS22. Fair enough then, my bad on that part. And now FS25 so it's been 1 year for mobile, 1 year for PC/console. You got to remember as well, if I know the mods are a big part of it, as someone who has, like, why would I care for mods? As from my position, you know my stance very, very well. Why would I care about mods? Mods are like a massive selling point when you try to push the game, yeah? Why would I care about mods? I'd need to care about mods. I'd need to care about farming. I'd need to care about the tractors. I'd need to care about the environments. I need to care about the duties that take place. I need to play the base game first, get into that, and then I'll know, okay, it would be cool to have this and it would be cool to have that as a mod, you know? But having zero interest in the game at all, I couldn't care less. Like, if I didn't care, if I had zero care for Train Sim World, why would I be bothered that there's a god mode for it and you can spawn things, or there's a enhancement pack for the routes? I wouldn't care if I didn't care about Train Sim World in the first place, you know. But the fact that I care about Train Sim World and the routes on it means that I care about the enhancement packs and the sound mods and the announcements and everything else that makes the game a better experience. Not necessarily some mods actually improve the game itself, not just adding new tracks or vehicles, but fair enough. I mean, if it's like, let's say for example, like a graphics enhancement, yeah, I'll be down for that. Or if there's something that makes the game more realistic, I'll be down for that. But if it's just like maps, for example, and like I said, vehicles and stuff like that, that I couldn't care less about, really. Your stream is a good conversation on a lot of topics with Tracer in the backgrounds being in the way. I guess ultimately, yeah. I'll tell you why. Because naturally, and I've said this many times before, I struggle to just, if we're talking just commentating on gameplay, I struggle with that. It obviously depends on the game and what's going on. But let's say for me to just talk about the game itself, or let's say the route that we're running, right? I'd need to know a considerable amount about the train, a considerable amount about the route itself, maybe some history thrown in there, maybe some knowledge on incidents or accidents that have happened on the line, like IC Lockfuhrer does. Maybe some knowledge on like Armstrong Powerhouse and what they do to the route, you know, and like, again, I don't have that background knowledge. I'd need to, like, before every stream, I'd need to do research and read up, and I could do that, but I'd rather just get into it and have it flow naturally and realistically. And doing things that way has actually taught me more than I could have probably learned doing things the way I suggested, you know? Maybe in Farm Sim multiplayer we make Adnan the Scarecrow. Right, he's making himself sound useless at everything else. Not necessarily. Who knows? I could go in there and be good at sowing the field or ploughing the field or whatever it is that you do in Farming Sim. We'll never know until I get myself on there, you know. But yeah. So this is like how I'm seeing things go right now. Yeah. Obviously, TSW5 takes priority, and then let's say Farming Sim. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm going to do 22. If I'm going to do Farming Sim, I might just go straight to 25. I'll take it seriously as well. I'll give it time. We'll stream it for, like, let's say a month. Maybe 1 or 2 days a week for a month, yeah? And maybe I'll play it in my free time as well. Maybe I'll do even, like, a let's play on it. And then that way, I'll have pressure on me to actually try and progress and do things to the best of my ability. And Microsoft Flight Sim 24... if I can get the peripherals. I don't want to play it with my controller. I want to play it with actual peripherals. That's what makes it nice. We can talk, share opinions. It's nice, healthy community. I love it. Now I see that I missed it. Thank you, Dan. That's nice feedback, man. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. It's yeah, thanks. It's nice to hear, you know. From my point of view, I don't know. I don't think I'm a perfectionist, but I'm very self-critical. I'm very, very self-critical. And I always tend to kind of point out the bad things with either myself or the way I do things on my stream. So, yeah, it's nice to hear that positive feedback. Thank you. Happy birthday, my brother. Thank you, Tim. Hope you had a good day. I did, man. Thank you. I did. Appreciate you. Or be good at being used as a fertilizer. That sounds threatening. That sounds like being chopped up into pieces. Nerd has bad... Thank you, Tommy. Nerd does have bad ideas, doesn't he? Thank you. Thank you for being sane. Oh, I wish we had The Sims multiplayer. You know what? I spent so many years of my youth on The Sims. Bad but good ideas. What do you mean? No. But no, my birthday was on the first of the month. The one day in the usual schedule that I don't stream. Good but bad. Fair enough. There you go. No, there's some consolation. So give me this camera angle. It's not what I'm asking for. So Domi and Adnan to be used as a fertilizer. See, Domi, now he's threatening you as well. So it was a threat. I understood. I understood it as it was intended. Your birthday's in sync with Carlos Sainz. Hey, that's not a bad thing. Carlos Sainz is a... I don't know if he's a better driver than me, but, you know, he's up there. He's up there. I'll take it. Yeah, Nabil was actually, like, out of people that I even know IRL, Nabil was one of the first people to say happy birthday to me. So, there you go. I'll give you that. Domi always wanted to be a fertilizer. There you go. You know, we all have our own dreams and desires and aspirations. Domi's just to be fertilizer. So there you go, nerd. Works perfectly, mate. You found your match. Probably be the best year for crops. Domi can be the test subject. I guess that's one way to reset the camera. Pardon me. What's a stream marker? Stream marker added. I guess if it's something I want to clip, I can just do that. Nice. I never actually use a stream manager thing on Twitch Mobile. I always just watch the stream. Nabil, please pin that message. That's a message that needs to be pinned. I hope everyone takes heed of it. Finally, I can be pooped. Right. Right. Right, Domi. Right. Sounds like something you've been waiting for all your life. So just to reiterate what Nabil said, we still have a monthly Discord community event planned where we'll play games, discuss and exchange ideas together as a community, and of course it'll be streamed. Planning is underway, and there will probably be another poll on the server soon, on the Discord server that is, to ask which game we should play. However, the condition is that there needs to be sufficient interest, and this was something that I said to Nabil. If only 2 or 3 people are interested in us doing something together as a community, it doesn't really warrant it being a full-on event, you know. It'll be a day that I'll usually use for streaming, probably be a Saturday, one of the weekend days, which is a decent sacrifice on my part, because views on Saturday are usually pretty good, to be honest. But I'll happily take one out for us as the community, members of the Discord, to get together, have some fun, jump on a call, and yeah, spend some time with each other, man. How old is a beautiful Adnan? The beautiful Adnan is 28 years old. Sounds strange saying it. It's one of the first times I've said it, but yeah. Old as hell. That's how old. Sounds like a movie you would have watched, nerd, for sure. Now after my Trace Simulator Classic Marathon, I'm finally diving some OMSI again. I forgot about that. You and your love for Omzi. So I guess that will only last as long as TSW5 isn't out. And then once TSW5 comes out, all your time will be put into that, doing Frankfurt to Fulda. I know you're going to be spending tens of hours in that route. Good work, driver. This train will now form 1 Alpha 07, 6:30. Oh, that's quite early. Woking to Alton under the control of another driver. 28 holy more than 32. I think we're older than me. She would probably turn into a murdering bloodbath of Adnan. Excuse me? Okay, well, I did say that's what we're gonna call it after that. I'm a little bit tired after not streaming for a bit. I need to get back into the rhythm. I'm also very hungry. But yeah, streaming once a day and whatnot should... The fruits of that should show, basically. The fruits of that should show. And, yeah. Tomorrow we'll do some ships at sea. I missed that. So, yeah, we'll do some ships at sea tomorrow. It depends on how things unfold with the DLCs and the game itself, especially with the funky business involved. Yep. No hezzy this evening. Honestly, Nabil, maybe. I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll message you on Discord if there is. But not right now. Not for a while. So it will be like, I don't know, 8 p.m. Maybe like 4 or 5 hours if you want AC. Well, why don't you join us, Tommy? Why don't you join us later on? Aircon. No, sorry. So as a disappear bin Saturday redundancy meeting. I hope that's not relating to you, Sammy, my friend. Surely not. Yeah, and anyone else who wants to join us for a set of courses, specifically mostly the the reason why I'm not doing any track days or track racing right now is just because I can't do it. Even doing like no hezzy and messing around on it, the desk just falls apart, my seat falls apart, my studio falls apart. It just doesn't work right now. My job's safe for now, thank God. Lost some good colleagues. Ah, that sucks. That really sucks. Well, hey, at least I guess one positive is it shows your value in the company, that you're doing something right. Thank you, Nabil, for the AC breakdown. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, my people. I know this one is a little bit short. They'll probably be a bit longer in the future, to be honest. But yeah, I will leave you guys for now. It has been a pleasure as per usual. If there's another stream this evening, I'll announce it on the Discord, so keep an eye on there. If we do a little set of course session today, I'll also put it on the Discord, and you guys are welcome to join. But until then, yeah, until tomorrow, I think, to be certain. Until tomorrow, I bid you guys a lovely, beautiful rest of your day. Thank you for your continued support. And until next time, take care of each other, take care of yourselves, stay safe. Health is wealth. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care and peace out.